Do you want a full tutorial on how to create and share videos in TikTok? Well, I'm going to give you literally step by step, show you every single feature within TikTok on how to create videos in TikTok, how to share videos in TikTok, and literally give you a breakdown if you have no idea how to create videos within TikTok. All right, so once you have TikTok pulled up, what you're going to do is tap the plus icon down here, and this is where you're going to create your videos. Now, I'm going to walk you through what every single feature means. Don't worry. So the first thing that's probably really important is to know how to take videos. And to do that, you're literally just going to tap and hold down right here. You'll see the progress bar of the video being recorded right here, which is super handy. And then you just let go when you're done. It's not letting me record right now because I am recording my screen, but normally when you record video, it would show up right here and you'd have part of your video recorded, right? Another thing to keep in mind when you're recording video in this app, so you can record it at a slower speed or a faster speed. So if you're using a sound, if you're trying to lip sync, you can record it at a slower speed so that you can easily match the dance move or the lip syncing or whatever, and it's just easier for you to follow along. So handy tip right there. Right here, right at the top right hand corner, this is the flip, so literally just flipping your camera. Say hi. Flipping your camera from either front facing camera or the back rear facing camera. The one below it is just taking on and off that little speed option that I already explained down here at the bottom. Doesn't really do much besides that. There's also a beauty filter right here. If you want to turn it on, you can. It smooths out your skin a little bit. I personally don't really like using it because to me it looks a little bit fake, but you are more than welcome to use it if you want to. It's just a quick little tip right there. And then right below it is filters. So when we tap on filters, there are literally so many options for filters here. They're categorized into different categories. You can flip through these and find out like what kinds of filters you might want to use for your video. And what's nice is when you tap on a filter, so let me go back here. When you have a filter, like you tap on one, you can actually adjust the strength of the filter. So if you want just like a little something, but you don't want it super strong, you can bring down the strength right here and it won't be as strong on your video that you film. And then the next one is one of my favorite features in TikTok, and that is the timer. And the awesome thing about this is that you can drag and record a certain amount of your video at a time. So say you just want to lip sync like one sentence of the video at a time, you can drag this to wherever the sound that you want, like how much you want to do up to that sound ends. And then start the countdown. There's 3 seconds and 10 seconds right here. So you can tap to 10 seconds if you need more time to get ready before it actually starts filming. So let me just show you an example. So we're just going to do a really quick short little video. And when you have an audio pulled up, which I'll show you how to do in a second, when you have a sound that you're using, you'll hear the sound looping right here to wherever you're ending it. So you know like how long exactly within the sound it's going to film. So let me go ahead and start the countdown. And as you can see, we did a 10-second countdown, so it's counting down from 10 seconds. If you left it at 3 seconds, it would count down from 3 seconds. So just kind of depends on what you prefer and what you want to use. So once it counts down, it just recorded that very small amount. Again, I'm screen recording here, but it would record that very small amount, and then you'd have their video done, and then you can do the same exact process to film each part of your video, which is amazing. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you guys, this one's pretty self-explanatory, but it's turning your flash on and off. Pretty self-explanatory. If you're filming in the dark, you probably want to turn your flash on. And then the last thing that I want to show you before we move on to a couple other things is the effects area down here. And this is where you're going to get a lot of your popular effects that you see on TikTok, such as green screen, the bling effect, things like that. You can literally scroll here and you can see what all these different effects are. I personally love using the photo one or the video one because then it's really easy to add photos. Like literally just keep yourself out of the frame, upload your photo right here, and then record, and it's going to add a photo into your TikTok super fast. So that's how I add a lot of my photos into TikTok directly without having to like use an external editing app. So let me go ahead and just turn this off. There we go. Okay, and then before I show you how to add external videos, the other thing I want to mention here is this is where you can also choose sounds. So if you tap here, you can go through different music and sounds. You can also search for them, which is really nice. You can use trending sounds. I highly recommend doing that on like as background music to videos where you're not having a sound or music be like the primary focus. bias because it really helps to, I think, boost your video in the algorithm just a little bit. So this is where you can find those sounds. The recommended ones right here are the ones that are trending, doing well. You can also scroll down and see like different like featured sounds, all of that fun stuff, TikTok viral sounds. And this is where you can really find a bunch of different options. It's cool for coming up with video ideas too, just by scrolling through here. One more thing I want to mention is if you want to use someone else's sound, so say you saw this video and wanted to use the sound that's on it, you can also tap down here by the little music icon and tap use this sound, and it'll take you to the same area, but it'll already have the sound loaded at the top. And so it's just a really fast way to find the audio that you want. You can also, if you find a sound that you love, you can tap add to favorites, and it's going to add it to your favorite sounds. So then when you do go back to edit a TikTok, so let me go back. And when you do go back to here and you're just tapping on sounds, you can also hit favorites here, and you have all your favorite sounds saved right here that you can use in future videos. So you can really do it either way, but it's just a really easy way to find and save sounds that you want to use in future videos. All right, back to the editor. So the last thing I want to point out here is down here, I personally don't use this template section. I've played with it and it's just very annoying, honestly, to use. So I mainly just create videos in the 15-second option. Make sure to hit the 60-second option if you're wanting to create a video longer than 15 seconds. If you forget to do that before you start filming, it's going to stay in the 15 seconds and you can't switch it afterward, which is very, very annoying. But just make sure you do that. If you're wanting to create a longer video, hit it to 60 seconds. And then if you're looking to do live videos on TikTok, the live section is also right here, and this is where you can go live on your account. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to show you guys a little bit more on how to edit videos past this. So once you've filmed your video, how do you add text and all of that fun stuff, and also how do you add external videos from your camera roll. And so to add videos from your camera roll is the last part that we have not talked about yet, and it's this little upload icon right here. If you tap on that, you're going to see all of the videos in your camera roll, which is amazing, and you can add different videos. You can either tap on one video to add just one video. If we hit next, this is where you can adjust how long you want the video to be in your TikTok, which is really nice. Also, if you go back and you tap on multiple videos, so let's say we also want to add, let's hit this video here. You can select multiple videos at a time right here and then hit next. However, it's not going to go to that same screen that I just showed you, right? And so to adjust the video clips, I do not recommend staying in this screen and then just hitting next, because this is automatically adjusting how long the clips, like the clip durations for you based on the sound down here. I don't recommend it. So what you're going to want to do is hit default right here, and that's where you have full control over how long each clip is on your video. So to adjust each clip, you see the different clips down here. You can tap on it, and this is where you can adjust how long the clip is. So say I only want this on here for 6 seconds, and then tap the check mark. And I also want to point out here, this is also where you can hit this and you can adjust like where or what orientation your video is. You can hit the delete button here, and you can delete the clip if you don't want it in here anymore. And you can also tap this little stopwatch right here, and you can adjust like how fast the video is going. So like this is 2x speed, 3x speed, slow-mo, whatever you want to do with that. You can play with that as well, which is super, super fun. And you can also tap and hold down and drag the order of the clips down here, which is really helpful if you uploaded them in all the wrong order, which I absolutely love. So I'm just going to adjust this clip too, so it's not super long. And then we're going to adjust this clip so it's not super long. We're going to hit OK. And then the next thing you are going to do once you've adjusted how long you want your clips and all of that in here. And again, also if you come to this page and you decide you want to add more, you can tap the plus icon and add even more, which is super, super handy. And once you're done though with all your clips in here, you can tap next. And this is where you would automatically go if you are filming a video right within TikTok. And also I want to point out, if you're filming a video right within TikTok, there is an option here. I believe it's called edit clips. I'll put in right here like what it's actually called and what it looks like, just because I can't get to it right now. But you can go back and re-edit clips just like we were doing with the clips we uploaded into our camera roll. You can do that with clips within TikTok that you filmed within TikTok. You can edit how long they are if you need to adjust it a little bit, all of that stuff, which is really, really helpful. I'm just inserting this so you guys can see it visually. I turn off my screen recording. Basically, what you do to adjust clips after you have recorded within the app. So there's a few different clips up here that I've recorded within the app. I'm going to tap the check mark down here, and then you'll see on the right hand side there's a new option that isn't in there when you add videos from your camera roll. And if you hit adjust clips, you can adjust clips right in here if you want to go back and tweak them a little bit. Another cool thing is if you tap on a clip, you can redo a portion of it, and it will only redo that portion of the clip. So say I wanted to restart this, see how it's only taking out the middle section here, and I'm like refilming that part of the clip. Literally so handy. If you messed up a part and you decide you want to redo it and go back real quick, super, super great feature to know. Okay, so now let's explain this screen. This is where some of the magic happens as far as adding text and all of that fun stuff. And so this is where you can also add filters. If you forgot to add a filter, you can do that. You can see a little bit more what the filters are doing here. And you can also swipe just to like flip through the different filters. And you can adjust like how strong the filter is. So that's like all the way, and this is nothing, which is super awesome. To add text, you're gonna tap the little text icon down here. I feel like that's what most people are looking for when they get to this screen. So let's just do something fun. I love my dog. And this is where you would add any text that you want. You can tap this multiple times and you can see all the different options it gives you. You can tap whether it's centered or to the left or to the right. You can change the different types of text. There's like so many different options. There's so many cute different text types that you can do in here. I just usually do the classic one. And then you can also tap down here and scroll, and you can see all the different color options down here. So what's different with TikTok compared to Reels, you don't have as many options with text and colors as you do within Reels, which is unfortunate, but that is okay. And once you add text, what you can do here, there are a couple of different options. Number one, if you tap and hold it down, you can drag it around your video. I recommend keeping, so when you post a TikTok, it's going to be covered up about here with some like share icons, heart icons, stuff like that, and then down here with your profile name and the caption and all of that stuff. So you want to keep your text generally like in this area is where I like to keep my text and not have it anywhere down at the bottom or to the side. You can kind of see like where they're going to be, but also here it's usually way further up because when you add a caption it makes it bigger. So just keep that in mind when you are deciding where to put your text. Okay, and then another thing you can do if you decide you want to delete text, just drag it up here and then drop it and it will delete your text. So let's go ahead and add that back. And then to change where the text shows up in the video so it doesn't show up in the entire video, you're going to tap on the text, tap set duration, and this is where you can drag right here what part of the video. So let's just say we want it in the first clip. I'm going to tap OK. Yes, okay, so then you're going to see when it gets to the second part of the video that the text also disappears. And this is where you can add text to like different areas of your video, which is super awesome. This is also where, before we finish with text, you can also tap on a text and tap text to speech, and it's where it's going to do like, like that Siri voice you might hear in some videos. I'll actually turn this up so you guys can hear. And it's where you can actually do that, and you can actually hear, I love my dog. See, like that. So that's like the Siri voice that you hear in some TikTok videos, and that's how you do it, by adding text of whatever you want it to say and then doing that option right there, which is super awesome. Also want to point out here, there's a few other options down here. You can add stickers. I don't really use them, but you can play with those if you want. You can also add effects in here if you wanted to add effects after the fact. You can't do all of the effects here. Like I've tried before doing like green screen and doing the photo one and stuff. You can't do that after the fact. That has to be done while creating and editing your video before you get to this point. I'm just gonna hit cancel here, and then you can also change your sounds here. So if you change your mind on a song or you want to change up your sound or whatever you want, you are able to do that here as well. And then another feature I want to point out here is there is the voiceover option, which is super awesome for doing voiceovers. And so how this works is you can start it wherever you want to, and you can opt to keep the original sound or you can opt to not keep the original sound, and you're literally just going to tap and hold when you want to be recording in the video and have yourself talking in the video. So it was just recording me and it would show up right there. You can also undo it like this, And we're gonna go ahead and hit save. The last other thing I really want to point out when it comes to sounds that I think is really important that I use a lot is when you tap sounds, you can go to volume right here, and that's how you can either take away the original sound of the video, turn up added sound of the video, etc. So that's super helpful to know if you're lip syncing or something or adding footage from your camera roll, you can turn off the original sound so it's not showing up and it's just like music playing. All right, so once you're done editing a video like this, you can hit next right here, and these are all the different options that you get before you publish the video. So you can select your cover photo, you can select it from your video, and you can also add text. And this text down here is only going to show up on your profile. It's not going to show up on the actual video. So if you want text to explain your video, but you don't want it on the actual video, if that makes sense, you can do that in here, which is super handy. And whatever is not grayed out is what will actually show up on your feed. So if you put it down here, it's kind of pointless because it's not even going to show up. But if you put it here, it will show up. And that's just kind of a fun little handy hack to keep in mind. There's a lot of different options down here for what that text looks like. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. This is where you can write the description for your video. You can add hashtags, at people, whatever you want to do with that. This is where you can decide who's going to be able to see it, whether it's everyone, friends, private. Obviously, I typically recommend everyone just because that's how your videos are going to get seen by the world and you're going to grow your brand on here. I also toggle on all these other things, allowing comments, duet, stitch, all of that, because it's a part of the app and way people interact with your video and potential for your video to get seen by a lot of people and for people to interact with it. So I recommend keeping those on if you're comfortable with that. And save to device, it will just automatically save your TikTok video to your camera roll once you have posted it, which I always like to have on just to make sure I always have a copy on hand. And then once you're ready to post it, you just literally hit post right here. I'm not going to do that, obviously, but another thing to keep in mind is you can create all these videos and then hit drafts here, and it will save it to your drafts. So when you go to your drafts on your profile, you'll see it on here, and then you can come back to it later and post it later. So you can really batch create a ton of TikToks without having to create them in the moment all of the time. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. It really does help to support my channel and for more people to see this tutorial too and get help with creating videos in TikTok. And I'm seriously just so excited that you are deciding to jump into TikTok. It's such an awesome platform that I have absolutely loved using. And if you do create a video on TikTok and you use this tutorial to create it, feel free to tag me in it, send it to me. I would absolutely love to see you using this and creating everything. And I also upload new videos every Tuesday at noon Eastern Standard Time. So if you want more tips and tricks like this on content creation, social media, we talk a lot about like short form video around here. I would love to have you stick around. So be sure to subscribe and I will see you guys next week on Tuesday. Bye guys.